Hey guys, I'm Greenfly. Welcome to another video, and pretty much today I thought, you know what, let's go back and have a look at some of my art that I've done over the many years. It has now pretty much been, we're in 2026, it is kind of scary looking at that. And pretty much looking back all the way from pretty much 2014. Oh boy. So yes, all the way back from there. But pretty much before we kind of do that, I want to kind of highlight as well, I had started art a little bit beforehand and stuff like that as well, but then I kind of fell out of the art and stuff like that after, well, pretty much told that the class that I was taking, stuff like that, that I was too slow doing my art and was never going to get a grade for it. So that put me off, made me quite sad. Anyway, let's ignore that, and pretty much we're going from when I jumped back into it and stuff like that, and yeah, just gonna talk about it because why not, and see if you guys like it. Anyway, let's just jump right into this and start talking about stuff that I've done from all the way from 2014. Let's open the first folder. I should also clarify as well pretty much that this is some art that I've been able to get and recover and stuff like that. Some stuff I've other hard drives trying to find as much as I possibly can. Some were pretty much, I didn't start with just a drawing tablet, I'm going to clarify. I actually to try and do digital stuff and all that as well. I did the traditional stuff and all that as well, but I decided before I jumped into doing digital drawing and also my drawing tab and stuff like that, I had a little help. Here's the 3DS. So there was an app, yes there was an app, that pretty much had a drawing software, or this, it was 3D color and all that, and I bought the software and I tried my first digital drawing and all that on this. Yeah, that was interesting and also extremely difficult. I don't know, maybe I should try going back to the app and actually trying to do an artwork now. But yeah, after not doing art for so long and stuff like that, and forgetting a lot of things, the basic thing of shapes and all this, I kind of was, yeah, it was not great. Let me show you some examples that I did with the 3DS as my first examples. So pretty much we've got my first thing. I'm not sure what it was. I think I was just testing the app as much as I can, you know, that kind of thing. And I called it Cute Thing. It's a pink fluff ball, but yeah, tried some of the effects and all that. They were interesting, and I was like, alright. Looking at it now, oh boy, this is gonna get more interesting as we go on. My next thing that I did is this was, oh, wait a minute, actually thinking about it, this was the first drawing that I did with my drawing tablet, and that was the Wacom one. Unfortunately, the tablet that I have has been discontinued. Obviously now their tablets are an absolute freaking fortune, but there's a time that pretty much the tablets were very affordable and they're, you know, not too bad, a great starting point. Obviously now I have a Huron tablet, stuff like that, much more affordable, and I still use it today. It's still pretty cool. But yeah, this is my first actual drawing. Well, on the actual digital tablet and all this and stuff like that, there was a few things I was like, Muffin, not too bad. I think the base I kind of just did a triangle shape. I didn't actually do like, oh god, what was it? It was kind of like used a shape tool, a few things, stuff like that. It wasn't Photoshop. No, it wasn't Photoshop. I think it was clip art. I think I used because I didn't have Photoshop yet. And then yeah, there's a lot of promotions that just did. I don't know. I think I was looking at my Focal Pop thing and stuff like that, the references and stuff like that. I don't know. It's supposed to be derpy. First drawing, I mean, it wasn't exactly be great, but hey, things going. Let's just keep flicking through it, shall we? Oh, this is one I did use on the 3DS. I actually did draw this in the 3DS. I think I later then did redraw this later on, stuff like that, but yeah, this one, I kind of liked at the time. Now, yeah. This is another one that I don't know what I drew on this. This one, I really don't know. Because some of these were kind of mixed because I had between doing the tablet and stuff like that. But I think this one I did again on the... No, actually, I think I did this in the 3DS. Actually, because I had a portfolio with this and everything else, stuff like that. If I find the file on the 3DS, I'll let you know in the comments. But yeah, this was a mashup of machine parts, robots, stuff like that. I was just messing, trying different things, you know, as you do, trying to dabble back into it and stuff like that. Oh, this was... not the first. Is it my first? Might be the first time I ever drew Greenfly. One of the first times. What's the year? 2014. Oh boy, he is now 12 years old. Jesus Christ, Greenfly is 12 years old. Wow. But yeah, honestly, not a bad front view. Eyes are a little bit wonky. here's the thing that, and I hadn't quite nailed thing, but this was just, hey, I was dabbling back, trying to get things done, you know, that kind of thing. So that's good and fine. This I did in the 3DS, 100% did. I drew half onto his head, and then I kind of flipped it the other way, but I was getting better at it, so that was good. This was another one I did on, I don't know. No, I think I did this in the 3DS as well. It's a drawing of a floating crazy island. Rainbow Dash. Oh boy, yeah, I think I did this. This was I definitely did in the 3DS. Yeah, there's so many wrong with the proportions. It's like I got them the wrong way. Like, I took the legs off and flipped them the wrong way. That's what it looks like. Boy, I'm so glad the redraw. This was way better. Chain Rock Monster. I think I was trying a few different things as well. I think I did this in the... No, I did this. I did Clip Studio. Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, I did this one, that. No, wait. No, Clip Studio. It wasn't Clip Studio. Why do I keep saying Clip Studio? It was GIMP. GIMP. Oh my god, I've used GIMP for fucking years. Why did I got Clip Studio in my head, stuff like that? Because I was just trying it and stuff like that. No, fucking GIMP. It was GIMP in 2014 that I was using quite a few times. Oh, that was an interesting software. Glad I kind of don't use that in a way. It was cool at the time, but I was getting, no, you know what. Yes, this might be the full-bodied thing I did of Green 5. This, you know what, I'm getting there. I was a little bit shaky, some of the lines and stuff like that. I wasn't quite whoosh and fluent and all that. They're the square head. Yeah, he had a blocky head. I mean, I did say I was trying to get back into it. So, wings not too bad. I think, though, to be fair, I ended up drawing the wings. I think I got the wing and I traced on top of the wing just to get it done and over with. Because I was just kind of done with this thing. I wasn't going to thing and stuff like that. And I was trying to get back to it. But yeah, I literally took a thing and drew over it. Yeah. It is what it is. Especially when you're trying to just kind of get back into things. You're trying to relearn everything again. It's not fun. No, it's not fun. You know, like, where did my skill go? It's gone. You have to relearn everything. Son of a... Anyway. Okay, you know what? This was probably one of my gruesome things, but this one, at the time, I kind of liked it. It was like zombies, not god zombies, a lot of zombie stuff on that at that time. But yeah, playing video games, stuff like that, drew a zombie, and honestly, this one, kind of like, looking now, there's a few things wrong. I can see, just because of GIMP at the time, there's a few bits that didn't quite, I can see I've missed bits, didn't clean it up, a few little bits and stuff like that. Probably I could do a lot better job now, but yeah, it's not quite, yeah, there's definitely a few bits that are kind of like, messy. Anyway, that was 2014. We're going to try and rapid fire as this video's going to take freaking forever. Or maybe you want a long video after all. Anyway, let's go on to the next year. So this was 2015. I should also mention as well that this was about the time that I was in college and trying to get back and stuff like that. But also as well, I ended up drawing ponies quite a lot. Because at that time, that is when I actually got into the show My Little Pony. Interesting, but it was actually one of the things that actually got me the reason to draw again, pick up the pen and everything else. Funny how a show can make you start drawing again. It's crazy, you know, that kind of thing. I've seen all the cool and awesome things, stuff like that. And actually getting more access to my own computer and everything else and things and stuff like that. It's really cool. You kind of explore things a little bit more. But yeah, I'm going to flick through a few of these, some that I liked, some that I don't. So you can kind of see some of these ones. I'm going to show the ones that I actually thought were actually really good at the time. So let's have a look. One of the ones I did was I did do a redraw of Derpy Hugging Muffin. This one I was like, you know what? I think I did a better job. It doesn't look exactly. This one I generally was like, this actually looks better. Was happy with it at the time and stuff like that. And yeah, I was generally going like, okay, I think I'm getting somewhere. I think I'm actually getting somewhere and getting back into cool looking art. At the time, I think I didn't have my put most of these in Tumblr at the time. God, when Tumblr was actually useful. That was kind of like, does anyone use Tumblr anymore? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, this one I was actually quite happy with at the time. So I don't know. Maybe I'll draw Derpy again. It's been a while. 2015. Wow, over 10 years ago. Wow, I don't think I've drawn. No, I did, and the big piece. We'll go into that. Anyway, let's go look at another piece. Since I want to keep go as quickly as going here all day, another one I quite liked at the time is I drew Discord for the first time. Oh yeah, I had a different thing. So Green 5 was taken, post was taken. So I ended up putting 1993. Yeah, I was born. So I was like, there we go. Yeah. But yeah, I pretty much was like, okay, what's the thing? He's obviously the whole episode and stuff like that with Disco is actually had a friend and all this and things like that. And I thought, well, what if it's like the whole cotton candy clouds, the floating things? He's sleeping in the cloud and he's thinking of his first friend, Fluttershy, who actually cares about him a lot. So this one, I actually quite liked at the time. But I actually have a more proved one, which I'll show you later. But yeah, one actually Jenna was quite happy with. One that I think I did. Oh wow, yeah, I've not seen this one. This was at the time there were someone I was watching. They were called King Gamer 2. They didn't have a lot of art stuff like that, and I did this just for nothing. I think I was just quite a lot of things I was doing for quests and that, because I was like, give me a request, give me anything, because I'm trying to get my art back up as much as I possibly can because it was down. And this was something I drew with them at the time because I don't think they had quite a good picture or something at the time, and I tried to make better one that they generally did like it. So honestly, hey, good win. But yeah, the face could have been a little bit better. But hey, they liked it. I was happy at the time, but maybe now I could probably do a better job now. Oh, one I did do. This one. So there was was it a question? I can't remember the site at the time. It was a question. It's a question site stuff. I'll need to get the name. Maybe I'll put it down like here. What I talked to people at the time and stuff, because I didn't know other people, especially who liked the show and all this and things like that. And that's how I ended up meeting people. Before we had Discord. Wow, before we had Discord with Skype and all this. Skype. Ooh. Anyway. So this was like for like there was a competition for like Halloween at the time and stuff like that was thing. So the CMC, and it was for upcoming artists. And I was like, okay, I'll enter, just do it. And I did actually win something. So that was really cool. The Halloween, like first Halloween LB DVD, and I've still got it to this day. So hey, it was a cool thing, and I think I ended up redrawing it because I really liked it. So honestly, one of the ones I was like, you know what, that was a good win. Anyway, let's move on. Another one that I think, oh right, this is when I was trying to redraw. Let's have a look at another green fly. Let's see. Yes, this was one of my profile pics for a while. A little bit better, a little bit more round with it. The hair, I did nail the hair where the hair was gonna go. This is the kind of look of the hair I did kind of change a little bit, but kept most of the loop. So at least I kind of got the basics down. Still wasn't happy quite with the eyes. Or kind of just a little bit. But it was getting there, you know? Good start, you know? Get to that point. But hey, we'll keep looking at green flag because that's a good representation of how my skill level was at. Anyway, let's look at another thing. I just made that big. Ooh, what's another good one from 2015? Try to find different ones. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. That was the thing. Embarrassing one. Yeah, I did this. Yeah. So I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! And things at the time, stuff like that, and I thought, what, this would be an interesting one. Yeah, Twilight Sparkle as the Dark Magician Girl. Look, I was trying to think of ideas for future things and stuff like that, and this just popped in the head. I had Yu-Gi-Oh! In the brain and things like that and stuff like that. This is when I definitely played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time as well and stuff like that. Now, not as much. Like, I do have Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and stuff like that, but I'm more kind of like the art and collecting nostalgia and stuff like that. When I do play it, it's maybe like classic cards, everything else. The cards now have got to that point where it's like, for me, it's just like, in fact, I can just die in like one turn and you're like, oh great, let's go. It's like, why did I even bother playing it? Can I last a few turns? And then try to remember the combination, I'm like, I think I'm done. Also, it kind of killed doing fun decks and gimmicky decks for me. Like, I had one that was just dice, one was just like silly things, of just this. It had to be all based on stupid normals with 0 attack points. Everything was just using the same bloody cards. The same freaking thing. And when you're fighting the same deck 3 freaking different times, you kind of get bored. And you kind of get sick of it. It's like, be original. I guess that was the meta. Anyway, that was 2015, some of my things, stuff like that, and some things generally, you know what, things are better. I guess I could show you one of my things I was showing, I kind of like, could be better. I think this was also when I tried to do a standing up one. Yes, this was something for somebody. They were called Sky Tracker with a pipe. Was trying to do close again, trying to get loads of that, but I was also trying to figure out how the hell does they stand up? How do they stand up? And that was the thing. The face was still, I wasn't quite nailing the face yet. Not quite there. I wasn't quite there. But the standing I thought was not too bad. But I get better, which is good. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next year. That was 2015. 2016. This is where things get interesting. This is where I'm trying to do. I couldn't find everything from this, but that's fine anyway. But pretty much going to the things that I generally was really interesting at the time. So, this was always the year that I went to, I believe, was Bonus Scott. Oh boy. Oh, was it 2015? I'm trying to think. I think, no. Thinking about this as well. 2015 is when I went to Bonus Scott the first time. I didn't have anything. 2016 was my second year, so I went to Bonus Scott for the first time and met some awesome and fantastic artists at the time, stuff that definitely inspired me to do more stuff like that. So thank you guys for that time at that time in my life. Really appreciate it. But anyway, God, 2015, that was a long time ago. 10 years ago. Jesus Christ, that was a long time ago. Anyway, let's go to another thing. So this is when I was trying to do those minutes, still doing pony stuff, of course I was, but I was getting better, which I was happy. So let's have a look at a few things. Oh, this was interesting. So this was a cover that I did. I'm glad I put in my name, my descriptions and titles were very intricate with detail. Later on I just was like, this is just Apple Pony. No, I don't bother with just the titles. I got a little bit. But yes, this was pretty much Apple Bloom looking at self-reflection, like kind of the two walls with the whole like Equestria Girls and stuff like that. This was for, I think, his for other stuff like this was for his fanfic and stuff like at the time that he was doing. He wants to kind of like do that kind of thing, stuff like that, and we kind of did an interesting trade. Like he did a story building thing for something I kind of wanted at the time, and I did some art things for him, and it was a cool trade because we're both kind of trying to understand or kind of go that direction, stuff like that. And then we actually later point at one point did actually meet in real life. So awesome. It was great meeting him at the time, stuff like that. Crazy how long it's been. But yeah, great experience, honestly, and I was quite happy with this one. This was one I was generally like, you know what? Hey, getting there. Okay, some other interesting ones. Oh boy, this one. So this does look that I just kind of took the, I just like redrew stuff like that. I kind of did redraw it, like half and half and stuff like that, but I did alter the design stuff like this is when I was trying to do illustration and that as well, and between the mix, some college things I was doing at the time, that I kind of just chucked it aside, stuff like that, more focused on art. But yeah, this is actually because this isn't for me to do, this was actually from one of my friends that wanted a tattoo of a Decepticon Autobot merged together in both battle damage. A lot of pressure since he was going to get it tattooed. Yeah, this wasn't the first one. No, the first concept looked crap, and I was like, dude, let me polish up my art. I cannot give you a tattoo. And then look at that, every time I meet you. This at least was like cool, you know, and it was accepted. It was like cool. I at least picked the blue for like both sides have the one thing that they're both energon and the lightning and the battle damage. So I changed out a few bits and stuff like that, but this is one he generally has the design. So not an art, an illustration, but something I did work at the time. I'm still crazy that he actually did get a tattoo of this. Well, that's that's some friends for you, you know? Crazy. Anyway, let's go for another thing. What's interesting in 2016? That was another interesting in 2016. This was my first charity auction piece. It was. First charity auction piece. What was interesting is some of the items that were, I think, on that table, there was a list that you can kind of see the pictures and stuff like that, and I think that's how I seen some of the things that people were donating, and I kind of drew and stuff like that. But yeah, this was the first charity auction piece. Interesting that this convention's coming back now, which is crazy to think about that. But yeah, my first charity auction piece, it was for a good cause. I wanted to at least give something back and things like that, and just try things. So yeah, honestly, I was like, kind of happy with stuff like that, but I didn't really know what to do or draw or anything. I just kind of thought what I would kind of like or stuff like that. But now thinking about it, it was alright. I can understand at the time. So, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But hey, it was my first auction piece, charity auction. Hey, good cause. Let us have a look, because we've got so many things, and we have got a long video otherwise. But roughly, this was kind of a few things of drawings, a few other characters you can kind of see here. I've got other things. I've even got this one that I did someone. This was like the new Spider-Man design, stuff like that I did for another friend that I knew, stuff like the time, stuff like that. Did a few designs for him. I did this one for him. I think I did like, oh my god, Super Saiyan came out. Gee, it came out that long ago. Oh Jesus. Oh, fucking Super Saiyan God. Oh god, that's crazy. Oh wow, Jesus, that was the whole thing. And Spider-Man. So yeah, kind of does it. This one I kind of liked. Honestly, this is kind of a clean one. He did want some stage ones as well, which I did. Can't find the other ones, unfortunately. Did like stage saying 1, 2, 3, and other things. But yeah, honestly, I was kind of happy at the time. This was like I was just doing things, different things, and just trying to get my skill to that point. So that was 2015. Let's have a look at another year. Okay, so I think because otherwise this video will take fucking long, we'll try and go to the ones that are the most interesting. I've said that already, but we'll go. So, what was interesting? Okay, so, remember the scrap one we showed? This was one that I generally redrew, because I thought, did the 3DS, let's do it in natural drawing. This was it. Did a redraw, stuff like that. I think some of these drawings I did, and they took about like an hour and stuff like that. So some of them I only just like drew for an hour and stuff like that. That was the quickest draw I could do it within like the time and stuff like that. So, but at least I kind of made it look like it was a bit more like three-dimensional. The other one it looked a bit quite flat. But hey, my scat robot, and it was redrawn, and I added some actual little bits like weird TV, bits like chemicals, and hey, you gotta go somewhere. Sometimes you gotta go back to the old things and redraw them again. What else we got? Okay, we have, oh yes, one of my first big pieces that I ever done. I went around, and pretty much at the time, this was like people at the time and stuff like that. Some people I knew, some people I didn't know and stuff like that. And I just drew overall group. I think there was roughly about 20. It was gonna be at least 20. Then it turned into 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26, roughly 20. I think it's 26. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just thinking. But yeah, this design was generally like one of my first kind of big PCs that I did and stuff like that. And this was the start of doing big, crazy PCs. But hey, you gotta start somewhere. Looking at it now, this is aged. This was at that time. There's a part of it's not aged well, but I'm not going to say for reasons. But anyway, it was cool. It was generally good, and this was like to go like, okay, this might be the thing. Also, I was getting the faces to look better. They didn't look derpy and stupid. Some bits could be better, but hey, it was getting to that point. Ooh, what else was more interesting? Oh yeah, this was interesting. Don't know whatever happened to her. Not sure. Hopefully she's doing well in her life and everything else. But this is someone that I talked to now and again on DeviantArt. Quite a few years, stuff like that. Did a few art trades with together and others and stuff like that and things. And I think at one point she got to the point that she had to do, obviously, kind of either it was college, uni, or something. And then after that, that was it. Never really talked to her after that again. I think there was some other thing I was going to worry about at the time, but I don't know. Not really sure. It's been a long, long time now. So all I can hope is for this person is I hope they're doing well in their life. And I hope that they have a fantastic and wonderful life. So I appreciate them for coming to my life that time and being one of the first people to actually kind of like, you know, say some really heartwarming stuff. Whew, I'm going to have a tearjerker there. Whew. Okay, let's jump. So going to rapid sounds for this. I did some things with some ponies as well. Opening would be great. I did Rainbow Dash with Snorlax. This was actually done really well. I'm actually happy with this. I did some other crossovers. I did the island again. It looks better. Cool. That's fantastic. Tried doing Megatron into like a card thing, stuff like that. It looked okay. There's a few things I feel like I could probably do better now. This was for someone that I knew. I do know actually a few times, stuff like that. It was James, and I gave him the card, like the wee trading card thing, stuff like that. I didn't know how to quite do the hair. The hair was definitely a tricky part, especially when trying to get back to drawing and stuff like that as well. But you know, he quite liked it at the time. So yeah, that's a few things. A few other random things as well. This is when I started introducing Foolish for the first time as well. Wow, he is now 10 years old, God. Slowly but surely. Foolish, with a little cookie. Yeah, this is actually quite light. He's quite a simple shape anyway. That's why I could design it to be simple and all that. Oh, that's a perfect example. Greenfly, again. Looking better. He's getting there. He's looking better. And the first time we had Foolish as well, kind of. Well, Foolish was also, I think, the other one, I think. Or was he... Or maybe it was in the year before. No, maybe it was the year before. It was this year was the year before. Roughly, but he is now 10. But yeah, this is the one I think I was quite happy with, stuff like that. The face for me just wasn't quite right. I wasn't quite happy. But yeah, I guess some other things that were cool was I think I did a new design for Sergeant Bash. I did. That was a cool, interesting thing. Another thing I tried to do at the time as well, tried to do it with monsters like Godzilla and stuff like that. Again, the face was killing me. The face. There's some other things. This is like one of the things I just did some random drawing and sketching and stuff like that. Some weird robot kind of design thing. I also tried to draw a cyborg at one point. Yeah, it didn't turn out too well. One of the things I did like was Dragoon. That was actually something I generally quite like, and I might redraw that one, honestly. I think I might. Heck, even turn some other things to Beyblades. Ooh, that could be a good design. Anyway, that was 2017. Let's go to another one, because we've got many to go through. So, oh boy, it's going to be a long video. So, let's try and wrap it. It's going to be long. But anyway, other ones that were interesting at this time. Let's see. Oh, me. We'll have a look at me. It's getting better. The face is more definite. This bit, the eye didn't quite, yeah. I'm getting there. I mean, I was drawing myself every year. So that's the thing, stuff like that. So that was always cool. Oh wow, yeah. First time I went to go for shells. Oh my god. Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah. Honestly, good time. Honestly, good time. Met some new people as well. Always fantastic. Always it is. Oh yes. Disco Fluttershy. This is the improved version of it, but even better looking. And this I actually really liked, but I also had to do the canvas, flipped upside down because, you know, he's Discord disharmony, he can change things and all that. This one I really liked. Even to this day, I still really like the look of it, so love the idea. Funny, I thought I could get Discord quite well. Fluttershy was not too bad. A few things I could maybe do better and stuff like that, but overall, I was really happy with this one. Quite a lot of people like this one as well, so I'm happy with that. Oh, what else was interesting this year that I did? I think I did Venom. Tried to do something that wasn't a pony, so that was at least good. Good practice. Made him too dark. Couldn't quite see him too well. Got a lot of Ghostbusters. Take off Marshmallow Man. Oh, Marshmallow fun. Other things I did, I drew myself again with a flamethrower. It was turned to random objects. And oh, that's a biggie. Went to UK PonyCon for the first time. Oh boy, that was actually cool. And I pretty much thought I would take with me a chai auction piece. I thought that'd be really cool, and I thought that was the perfect theme because it was the whole crystal theme, Empire, and all that. So yeah, first time going to UK PonyCon, and I hope to go again this year. What the hell was I saying? But yeah, this one, honestly, probably one of my favorite pieces that year. And there was another one. This is when I did an even more complex big one. There's more characters, but I didn't just draw them, I turned it into a chess set. This is my this is the second big one before we go to another one. But yeah, I did so many characters, stuff like that, and they're all kind of like two characters playing chess, Lightning Bliss and Aeon playing chess with their friends and all that, because why not? Why not? It was honestly fun doing this. It was I also a little peek and there as well, little tiny little bit you can see. But yeah, that was 2018. Some of the cool things as well. This is like interesting with some other people with D&D things, stuff like that. But yeah, kind of good there. What else? else? What else? Let's go and look at another year. 2019. Oh boy. So 2019. Let us have a look at ourselves. We've got self-portrait of myself. Getting better. The face looks a bit more horse-like, which is good. This was my profile pic that had been updated, hadn't been updated in a while, but hey, this was my new profile pic at the time. Fantastic. Getting better, and I like that. Trying a few shading things as well. This was a redrawn of Rainbow Dash that you seen earlier in this video. Boy, what a big change and improvement, and I'm so glad I decided to redraw it. Thank freaking God. Yeah, one of my faves, honestly. One of my faves in character as well. The other thing I drew this year as well is I did some 1D stuff. This was a dragon I did. I haven't done dragons in ages. Actually, one I really liked. This one I quite liked. There was a little bit of a mistake here with the line, but it didn't matter too much. So this was a kind of like quick one and stuff like that. But this one, I still like it. Still like the kind of bug weird dragon as a thumbnail. I did some other things as well. I tried to draw Captain America. It turned okay. Could have been better. This was a rush job. That one was. This one I thought turned well. I drew Toothless. And this one, even to this day, I'm still surprised how good it looks. 8 June, I'm still really surprised how good it looks. So, I'm really happy. Honestly, even to this day, I'm like, wow, I didn't expect to actually do it that well. But, yeah. This one actually shocked me. And even to this day, I'm still surprised actually how well I did it. But, yeah. Really liked how they drew the dragon at the time. God, I really love that. Let's see. This was the year I also decided to draw Sakil a lot, because I tried drawing it years ago and stuff like that. This was Sakil that I decided to draw and all this. Yeah, Robot from like Robot Wars from like the UK and all this. And I decided, you know what, I think I'd draw him, because I tried drawing him like years ago, like 2012 or something, 2011. I couldn't draw him. Couldn't even get close to even the confidence. So, hey, at least I was getting outside the box, you know, and trying some different things. Let us see what else was interesting that year. Oh right, and there's also some weird things that sometimes I did, like we're gonna do within 5 minutes. I don't think everyone's ever seen this. It was a weird kind of creature demon thing that I did during 5 minutes, just trying to do some other things. This one I thought was funny. Hades and Joker. This one was from that certain, I can't remember which one it was from the Batman thing. This one did actually. Can, but he's now tormenting Hades for all eternity and roasting marshmallows. This one I generally quite like. This was actually a funny one at the time. I think I also drew another charity auction piece. I did this for the 2019 one. I actually will definitely get better with the auction pieces. This is the biggie. This is when I had my first over, like, I had hundreds. I think it was 103, 104 characters, but yeah, this was the Mars base piece. Still pretty thing, mate. I ended up, after it was done and everything else, I didn't want to sell it for anything or anything like that. So what I ended up doing was it went to an auction, a charity auction, and yeah, it got auctioned off for charity and stuff like that. Because I didn't feel confident in like selling. People asking, oh, would you sell this in prints and all that. So I don't feel confident selling other people's OCs without permission. That's just too many hassle and all this. I just did it because I wanted a challenge. And it was a really good way, I felt, to try and get better at, like, you know, drawing the characters. And I feel this really, 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 really did help me, honestly. But yeah, so many faces. You can have to look at a little bit more detail on, I think, a few places I've posted now. Right, so that was 2018. That was the big one. So that was definitely the big one. That was one of the big ones. That took most of my year. Then we have, oh boy, we have 2020. Woohoo, 2020. So 2020 had a few cool things, but the whole year, we know what happened in 2020. But it had a few interesting things for me. One of the things is I obviously drew my character again. I drew Goonfly, as I usually do. Getting better, which is cool day. This is the first drawing I did of the year. Really happy with that. Some things happened, stuff, but yeah, I could. I also did. What else did I do? I drew my character again. This was a kind of collaboration I kind of did and stuff like that. This one I really liked. Honestly, still trying to nail the standing up and all this was interesting. It's like horses don't stand up on 2 legs, so it's like it's a cartoon, so you need to try and change them all the way. Okay, so we have another one. Oh my god. the whole toilet thing, toilet roll scandal, because the 2020 people hoarding toilets. This was a funny thing, and I was just like, making fun of this little drawing. You know, that kind of, you draw what happens at the events, you know, just like, it'll be a lifetime to remember. Other things I did, this was, I had Nightmare Moon and Daybreaker. This one I really liked, I still like to this day, and even people still like it, so love it. Really love it. I was getting the faces to look better. Look at that, it looks so much fucking better, and the glowing, like, oh, it's so cool. I then tried to really experiment. I mean, really experiment. Let's see. What did I try to experiment? Also did some more 5-minute drawings. Don't think anyone's ever seen these till now. It's a weird kind of blimp thing I did. I also did a kind of like colossal robot. These were kind of small sketches, just kind of warm myself up before I actually did actual sketches. Oh yeah, that's interesting. So it's not quite, doesn't quite look like him, honestly. This was the year my dog passed away, unfortunately. And like I said, I was just drawing things at the moment. It was a year. It was a hell of a year, 2020. There was a lot of ups and downs, let's be honest. Everyone had that. And it's just unfortunate what happened. So what's crazy is I think next month will be 6 years since it's been. Wow. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy to the end. Diesel was his name. Good boy. Alright, let's pick up to a good note. Trying to bit. So, got some other cool things I did. Did some weird kind of like Imagine Digimon, Imagine Pokemon. That actually did really well on YouTube. A lot of people, like, you guys actually really liked that, and I did another one, so that was really cool. I think one of the things I wasn't confident with, and I did a few commissions of, people. This one could have been better. This was a commission. This could have been a lot better. But they kind of knew what my skill level was at, and some of my drawings just didn't hit the mark. Some of them kind of went on. This was one overall, sometimes you just have to do a drawing and then just push it out and get it done. And it was one of those drawings at the time. Luckily, I didn't charge too much at the time, stuff like that, so that wasn't like crazy. But yeah, this one, even to this day, still not happy. Still not happy with this one. Oh right, biggie, biggie. This was the first screenshot that I took of my biggest project at the time, drawing pretty much all the characters from the show. Boy, this was the first sketch. This was like work in progress, stuff like that. This was the first screenshot I had, and boy, it was a start. But yeah, this was like the rough sketch of me drawing each one. Wow, 2020, crazy. That'll be 6 years. Well, no, it'll be 5 years because I finished it 2021. So yeah, that was the start. Also did some other things as well. Did some dragons, Knight fighting the dragon. You know, try to just draw some other things because I was drawing ponies every fucking day of my life. God, that was a year. That was a hell of a year. I'm trying to think some other things that I did I liked the most. I think because I was drawing so many things. Oh my god, the whole Samurai. Haha, Scotsman. God, what a character, Samurai Jack. Yeah, I think the other thing I liked is I liked this. So I ended up taking all those robots and merging it into my own design. You know, kind of like Mechazord kind of thing. And this is one I was so happy turned out. And even you guys were like, wow, this is really cool. So yeah, this is one I actually have hanging up. I still have it hanging up. Stuff like a copy of one for me. And yeah, pretty cool. I didn't realize how long this video is going to be. Alright, going to try and wrap it through. They get less and less, I will say this. So, let's straight off. I did a competitive one as well. That was really cool. So, quite happy with that one. Another one I did as well is, I did do a comic thing that year from like commission and stuff like that. This one, honestly, was not bad. I actually quite liked how this day and stuff like that. So this is the time when Robo was kind of coming back and all this. So this is one, generally, I was quite happy with. Didn't do comics a lot, so this was definitely a learning thing, trying to get the angle and all that correct. So it was a lot of work, but hey, you gotta learn something. Gotta try and diverse a little bit. Did some other kind of stuff as well. Let's see. I did these two dueling. That was a cool commission. Really happy with that one. Did another 5-minute sketching, a little tutorial because I was just trying to warm up things. Some other cool drawings I did was I finally decided to do a reference of myself at last. I'm so glad I did. This was when I was actually happy at the time, a bit more fluid, happy with the colours, and this was definitely, I was at the point going, like, I think I finally nailed the overall design of Greenfly. And there we are. And still, this is the reference I will always use, and it makes life 10 times easier for any artist if they have a reference of a character they're doing. Trust me, it really does. Okay, so one of the things I did as well in 2021, we're just going to jump into it. You guys have probably seen it, the whole video is there, you can watch it if you want. This is when I finished that piece, over 400 My Little Pony characters. This is a condensed size one because I can't bring up the other one, it's almost nearly a gig, Jesus Christ, too many layers. But yeah, this was absolutely insane, crazy. Even to this day, I cannot believe how I did this. I'm baffled, I am so baffled how I did this. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. It is so crazy. I can look at it all day, and I'm sure you guys can as well. But yeah, this year, that year I didn't do that. After that, I think I did a sketch of Chrysalis after, just to try and draw something else. Because I just thought that's all I was drawing that year. And then this one, quite like the background, I think I was really liking that one. And then I did a few other commissions, stuff like that, a few things. And that's really it, because I was doing this and I was trying to balance a few things. My time was just kind of all over the place. So let's see, 2022. One of the things I quite liked the most, I did commission like this, quite happy with that one. I did some weird monster kind of versions of characters. That was a cool one, stuff like that. That was a cool video. I should mention as well, that was when I tried to do more videos as well that year, so I was just trying to, like, didn't actually take photos things as much, I will say. Did the island again, that was cool to go back and actually do that. And yeah, I just like that. I think that year I was practicing doing backgrounds, because my backgrounds were lacking. That year, I believe I did my first actual collab, proper one, and this is the whole idea. I had like a spring, like cactus, and it'd be a cat and all that. So yeah, this was when I generally was like, you know what, I actually quite vibe with this one. So I actually really like this, quite happy with this collab, and I really enjoyed the collab. Overall, happy with the collab, and I would do it again. Honestly, I really would. Definitely do a collab in the future. Not too much else I did on this one. There's a few videos there. I did do a redraw of King Somba and all this. I was really happy with that, but overall not too much. Did kind of look like some weird kind of idea props like dragon eating fruit, some concept art stuff that I was doing as well, some kind of brain buster things that. And I did do, I don't have the full, don't know why he's turned upside down. I don't know why he's upside down. Oh, why is he upside down? There we go. This was, oh wow, this I still have. I did do of Prince whatever, did a whole 3D-dimensional thing. You can check out the whole video, it's on my channel. I did that's a whole 3D-dimensional piece. I was really happy how that turned out. First time doing it as well, so yeah, very happy with that turned out. Also did some kind of interesting, some D&D things like goblins, stuff like that, trying to actually get out of different things, so. Like I said, this kind of rapid fire, some of the best things I did. Did do Mecha Sword in 2023. This was getting all the main 6 fusions in. I was trying to just do different things. You have to join so many ponies and all this. I was like, I've done them all. I need to try and imagine the box and stuff like that. So, yeah. This one, really happy even to this day. It's so cool. Commission, that was a really cool commission. Really love that. That was for Black End. I really did that one. Love the song as well. Fantastic. Also did some other interesting ones, some unintentional prompts. Because like Year of the Rabbit. Oh my god, the whole fucking like here's the fast food and all this stuff like that. Also did some kind of like Halloween stuff as well. Some characters. I think it was vending that year. That's just me. That was actually, I did that in like 5 or 10 minutes. That was actually quite happy. I was kind of quite crazy. But yeah, then, oh yeah, that was the kind of idea. So I don't have to show that. This was kind of the rough idea. I was trying to figure out outside of the video, trying to figure out how I was going to piece this thing together. Because I've just done that. It's like taking a character thing, mate. Obviously, there was the whole thing on the Transformers, But the other thing that is they were over the machine, so I could add something to reference. But the ponies didn't have anything, so I had to kind of figure that out myself. I think I did some other things as well. Did some kind of weird gun, don't know what the hell that is. And then I just drew Stitch. Yeah, Village Stitch. I still like Stitch till this day. But you know what? I was really happy with that one. And then I'm going to show the things that I think now are. So I've got 2 things in 2014. This was my first actual, this was biggest auction piece to myself. Even to this day, still as the most you guys have taken. So this one did take me a while to do, but I was really happy to do it for that. It was also a big year because it was the anniversary of the convention and all that, so it was a really big deal that I wanted to do something really cool for the UK PonyCon at that year. And yeah, and whoever got it, hope you absolutely enjoy it. And yeah, can't believe did over 100 mascots. What the hell was I thinking? A very detailed mecha version of the mascot. So the cool things I did as well that year, I redid my game cover. You can check out the video there. Also did some other things as well. This was interesting. So pretty much I did a drawing, a sketch, scanned it in, had some color, and then put it into digital. You know, just trying some different things, stuff like that. So it actually turned out not too bad. This was just for a friend of mine who's feeling down. I thought I'd just draw something. So I did kind of slow down a little bit 2024. I can't remember why. There was a reason for it. I just generally can't remember. So, but yeah, that reason I did slow down. And I just realised, didn't have anything set up for 2025. Why did I not? I thought I did. No, I guess I didn't. Oh no, this is, some of these is 2025, this isn't inside. Yeah, this is mixed. So, let me show you a few things that I am now currently, this is present, pretty much, roughly. Last year and present. There's not too much to show you because this year's just started. Obviously, there's 26. This is kind of most of last year. So the cool things I really did was I was really trying to do really cool things. This I really liked. I really liked the eye. I was really just trying some different techniques and all that. More focusing on trying to do backgrounds. This is really cool. I also did some combinations. I got a random theme running prop. I got a chest piece. I had to turn it into armor and stone. I thought that was really cool. Great, my light turned off. Hope you can still see me. But yeah, because it just shows you how long the video's been. But yeah, this one I thought I was just trying to do different things. Went back to a whale thing I did years ago. This was really cool for pink, monsters as the color and all this. Then I've done my cards in 2025. Yeah, thank you. So 2025. Don't think I've really drawn them this year yet, but I probably will. I'll get to that eventually. So working some other things as well. So other big things I did that year, drew all the house robots, redrew them better. They look way better. I'm happy with that. And that was my final tribute to that show. At long last, I have something. Used to have a poster that years ago, and I thought I need to have something. I need to draw, I guess, my own way. So I did. Other things I did, done some all season to roboticize them. Dr. Eggman, that was all video and all that. I did the villain version of the whole of Generation 4 My Little Pony. That was really cool. I absolutely love doing the combination thing, roboticness. I just love it so much. And yeah, I think the other things I've done, I think you guys kind of seen most of my videos, turning mutated versions of creatures from prehistoric time, Pink, the cola monster thing, jellyfish and all this. And then my current project, which you have seen that I'm now doing, now 1000. So yeah, this has been really crazy. Heck, even just look at this now. I can't believe how long this video is. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this whole thing. Maybe you will. Maybe I'll timestamp it. Honestly, you can watch the whole thing. It's up to you. But I don't know how much I'm going to edit this. I just want to show my general reaction to this and all that. And yeah, I just hope that this year's going to be... I'll have a lot more cool stuff to show you this year. So we're in March. It's now going to get to April very soon, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I've got a lot of cool projects coming up, and hopefully you guys stick around for this channel. So yeah, there's a little bit of stuff how I've turned around my art and stuff like that after dropping it a little bit art years ago, come back in 2014, and then trying to build myself back up. Will I drop it now? probably, no, I don't think I will drop it now. Because I realized when I dropped it, I realized I lost a part of myself. That was the main thing. I generally lost a part of who I was, you know? It's literally a piece of me that I'm giving or drawing into each paper, digital, regardless of what I make. It's a piece of myself. And when I stopped doing that, I felt like I was just kind of doing myself injustice and all that, doing that creativity, not just lock it away and never doing anything with it. So, yeah. I think I will be as creative as I possibly can, pretty much. So, till the end, as they say, till the end. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. I've been rambling probably way goddamn too long. Maybe a lot of you clicked off. I don't care. I wanted to just kind of put this out there and just say, hey, this is my art journey, and I hope to continue it for many years to come. So, and you've seen some of my weird things that I've done, some of my interesting things, some really cool things, and some things you can tell that, hey, I had to work at it. I had to like get to that point where I'm like happy with it. Heck, even now, like there's even drawing stuff like that I can look today and go like, I can do that better now and do this and try and get it and then go and go and go. It's a little bit vicious cycle. Not as bad now. Definitely not as bad now. God no. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am Goonfly. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you've got to this point, what things would you want me to do? It's up to you. You don't have to comment. That's absolutely fine as well. But yeah, hopefully you've seen my journey. And yeah, I hope to continue for a long time. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I'm Goonfly. Thank you so much for watching. You've reached to the end of this video. I appreciate it, guys. And trust me, the next video will be a little bit more interesting. So if you haven't found this interesting, I don't blame you. I don't. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm Goonfly. See you later.